Hello there, welcome back to the Project Artemis YouTube channel. I'm Gwen and this is my updated Grimmsnarl list that I've been playing with. I've been playing a lot of Grimmsnarl since NASE and I made some changes to optimize my list that might be helpful to consider if you want to take this to your next challenge or League Cup. Let's start off with the 4 Monkey. I found that it's a card I always want to see. You want to have as many on your bench early game as possible, and usually you want to have like 2 to 3 most games. It's also nice to have it ready without needing to use recovery mid-game. Pretty standard Grimmsnarl and Frostlass line. Shaman, it makes some of your matchups more winnable, especially versus Bolt and sometimes versus Guardy, in order to prevent them from getting easy Frostlass or Monkey Door KOs. I've been enjoying this card, the Tatsugiri. It's definitely been smoothing out my draws. It's not great to bench, but sometimes it's necessary and it makes you more consistent at finding that turn 1 or turn 2 Arven. And it's helpful late game to find that game winning piece with Arven and boss or research as well. I'm choosing not to play the Dew because it's bad versus almost every matchup except for Bolt. Like, you don't want it on your board. It's always a liability. People can play around it until they can take that free prize with their Monkey Dory. So I'm choosing to only play stuff that I want on my board. Standard support online with 4 Arven, 4 Iono, 4 Research, 2 Boss, 2 CC. That's enough to close out games. 3 Nut Stretcher. I like 3. It's the best card to find your Monkey Darks. It makes your discard like live, especially when someone gets knocked out. Very good to find energy. You can go down this to 2, but I'm a big fan of playing 3. 2 Rare Candy, very helpful versus the aggressive matchups and that you want to candy out your Grimmsnarl and set up a Morgan on the back. 2 Nest Ball, 1 Puffin. So the reasoning behind this is you only ever need to play 1 Puffin per game. The second one is usually useless and it's finding you only like 1 Pokemon anyways. Nest Ball's definitely more flexible and it helps you find your Shaman or monkeys as you need them. Pretty standard counts of everything else except I have 3 Spike Muth and 1 Artisan. Spike Muth is always a net positive for you, while sometimes you don't want to play Artisan to help out your opponent and give them more options. So I'd rather play 3 Spike Muth and only 1 Artisan. Alright, let's get into some gameplay.
Hi folks, Sable here from Project Artemis. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to our sponsor Heavy Play for sponsoring the team and showcase off a few of their wonderful products that they make. Starting off, we have their deck box RFG Max. This is a wonderful little magnetic deck box, flip alcove with a picture display for you to showcase your favorite card. We also have their Dice Box RFG. What's nice about this is it magnetizes to itself, so that is not moving. You don't have to worry about like accidentally knocking over your dice tray or anything. It also magnetizes to deck box. Their full system is entirely magnetic, so you can dice box to dice box, deck box to deck box, deck box to dice box here. And even going one step further, they have a foldable magnetized playmat. So instead of rolling things up, this folds up nice and flat. You can throw it in your backpack real easy. And then your dice box also will magnetize to it. Keep your dice box on there. Keep it on your playmat nice and flat there in the corner. And that thing is not moving. Once again, we just want to say thank you to Heavy Play. If you're interested in any of the products seen here, please go to heavyplay.com/Artemis or use code Artemis at checkout for 10% off your order. They have red, blue, black, white, gray, green, purple, a whole bevy of colors in their entire suite for you to use to your heart's content. We really do recommend you checking out their product. Anyway, back to the video.
Alright, welcome back. I have a pretty interesting game to show you guys. Looks like I won the flip, and I think I'm choosing to go second, of course. Always want to try to pick second with this deck, because first is not very good. Need to find Arvin and get your guys out. Deciding to start Shaman or an Imp here. Shaman's like quite bad to start without knowing what your opponent's playing, so I'll start the Imp. Playing Research turn 1 is completely fine. They're just gonna play Ultra Ball for Dreepy and attach to it. It looks like. Also, we're against Dragapult, which is a pretty fun matchup for us. Thinking about what to do. I'm just gonna go Spikebeef. With the research, lucky I should have played Energy Search and attached. I don't know why I didn't do that. Spikebeef. If you noticed, my Spikebeef, I didn't price check there very thoroughly. I was on a little bit of autopilot this game, but you can see that I prized a Morgrim and 2 Grimmsnarls. So we'll see what happens this game. So I think my line is just like be a Frostlass Monkey-Dory deck until I can get a Grimmsnarl out of the prizes. Just gonna go for the Filch here. There's nothing else to do. I could have attached the monkey, but it might have been better because I prized 2 Grimmsnarl, so getting an attack here is pretty impossible. I believe I pressed a secret box as well, so we're definitely just gonna try to be a Frostlass deck. Their start is pretty slow as well. They just go for Brox for Undercloak. Using my Spikebeef doesn't give him anything, obviously. Imagine if that was Artisan down. Yeah. So, draw Buddy Poffin. Like I mentioned in the intro, Buddy Poffin's like pretty mid after your first turn or so, because like once you get like an Imp and Snorunt down, your Poffin's not really getting you anything. So here's where I noticed that I prized Morgrim and 2 Grimmsnarls. So I just grab an Imp begrudgingly. Get my Monkey-Dory out, and I'm planning to just evo out a Frostlass this turn. Because that's what's gonna get me my prizes this game. Just Frostlass and Monkey-Dory ticks. Thinking of what item to grab. I don't really need to set up anything. Maybe another monkey would have been nice, but I'm gonna grab a CC because I know I need to potentially stall for some time before I can take a prize with my Frostlass. just playing around and attack from them at this point. So, I think my opponent's like drawing very dead here. Because they're taking quite a while at this point. Only after one draw clock. They do have an attachment. And I'm gonna go for the Turo and attack. So this is quite an insane play. That's only getting punished. That's not getting punished because I don't have a Grimmsnarl available, and they just like mind readed me. Because if Grimmsnarl is not available, this is honestly like one of the best plays you can do. Because lucky, there's no way I can punish this. It's gonna play a Puffin, thin it out. Use my CC. I know nothing's available with the spike move, so I just choose not to use it. And then slam my Iono and pray that they miss a turn. Use my stretcher for dark to set that monkey up. I think as long as I keep developing monkeys, it's probably fine that I don't attack with a Grimmsnarl. Take it a little slow, build up some damage on their board. Maybe we'll win anyways. Look, I didn't really need to play that Iono, but I thought it would be better for me to just like develop more Monkey Darkins, because that's my only win con at this point. Because they were drawing quite dead at the start. Give them a lot more outs here to more Dust Calls and whatnot. Hoping that they don't see a Dragon Ball, but they obviously get it. Off 2 Recons and a Brox. That definitely takes out like one of my ways of winning. But there's a neat little play I can do here. I can just try to use Devo to buy a turn, because it's gonna take out their energy if I Devo them to Drakloak and KO it. Also preventing them from getting into another Dragon Ball next turn. So yep, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pressure the active Dragon Ball a little bit. Move 10 away towards their Dragon Ball. Because when I Devo, the Frost Blast damage is gonna take, and it's gonna kill it between turns. To not give them a Fez draw. Because if you are KOing between turns, it doesn't count as KOing on your turn, so Fez doesn't do anything. I grab my first prize, and it's my Morgrim. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but we still have a lot of game to play. And it looks like we're in a pretty good spot, to be honest, after taking out their energies. I think they definitely chose to attack a little too early, but I don't know if they had a choice or not. They're putting a lot more guys with ability on the board, so that seems pretty good for me. As long as I can get another Monkey Dory Darkout down, I'm pretty chillin'. Chillin' pretty hard. I can just keep pressuring their energies. And they try to do a stall tactic against me by bossing up my Frostlass. But joke's on them, I wasn't gonna attack with a Grimmsnarl anyways on this turn. So I notice here I have 3 Stretcher gone already, so that's pretty much all my recovery. But I'm gonna choose to not Iono my opponent because they only have 3 cards in hand, and they didn't have much going for them. I know they have a Dragapult, but it doesn't really matter when it's like pretty hard for them to find an energy attachment and a Dragapult attack. Which would have been out here. I probably should have just went for the Monkey Dory to guarantee it, but apparently I knew that I was gonna draw a Monkey Dory anyways. Get another Monkey Dory, Dark down. I don't really care if the Frostlass gets killed as long as I develop more monkeys, because they have to spread damage on my board anyways. I'm just gonna pressure the Dracloak with the energy. So that's the biggest threat. And I don't want them to get a free retreat because they don't have any energies on the active Dracloak. Don't want that to die for free. Make them work for their attack, for sure. I want to stall out this game as long as possible because I keep getting damage on board. And they're definitely hurting with how many abilities they have. They choose to evolve their active Dragapult so that it's possible for them to get an attack this turn. Oh, Dusknoir, my Morgrim. This seems fine. Oh, and I get my Grimmsnarl off that Dusknoir prize. So pretty good for me. Might get Iono here though. Yeah. Get Iono and have the Grimmsnarl. It's okay as long as the spike stays up. Arvin Research, pretty good cards. Draw off an Iono. And they're protecting their Dracloak here. But they only have 1 card in hand, so definitely a struggle position for them. And they don't even use the Jet Headbutt. Probably scared to give me more damage. Which is definitely correct, because I have triple Monkey Dark up. And yeah, looks like this game's under my control now. Since they didn't bump the stadium, so I can just grab the Grimmsnarl that I got out of my process. With triple Monkey Dark up, it's very difficult for me to win this game now. Or difficult for me to lose this game, sorry. I can just rip the research. Put a 4th Monkey Dory down. Why not? I have to be slightly careful because I have 0 recovery left, but it should be the game. I'm just saving that last energy to retreat, and that's all I really need to do. I just kill the Duskull here. and that takes away their threat. There's no way my Grimmsnarl is getting KO'd this turn. And this board's looking to be checkmate, I believe. It's a very intimidating board of 4 monkey, potentially 4 dark next turn. Even if they get an attack, all that damage is going to get resolved and thrown back at them. There we have it. So you win with no Grimmsnarl. Alright, second game starting here. Starting with a Shaman. Definitely don't want to see that. Especially if it's not versus a Bolt. Two Monkey Dory, so looks to be a Grimmy Mirror. Start off with Apophis, Evo, Energy, such an amazing hand. Especially without Arven. Get my one-off Buddy Poffin in there. They just go with a secret box turn 1. It's a Grimmy Mirror, so I think they're just trying to get out a Poffin turn 1 as well. They already have 2 Monkey Dory, but so not too great for me, but I think this mirror matchup is pretty much all about who is setting up better and how many monkeys you have over your opponent. Obviously, like almost every other matchup in this meta, if you have more monkey dark than your opponent, then you're probably winning. I draw my own secret box. I think not playing it is a pretty good consideration, I believe. So if you look at my hand, I just have everything I need this turn. Other than Monkey Dark, I guess. Just doing a little pressure checking. And I have a Grimmsnarl for next turn. And I'll have to get rid of that. So yeah, I just go for the double Rogram, keeping Secret Box in hand. I'm not sure if that's correct, but it guarantees me a Grimmsnarl attack next turn. But I might have it might have been a better consideration to go for the Secret Box to get more Monkey Dark up. And they go for an aggressive Candy Grimmsnarl, which is pretty good in this matchup, as long as you're not giving your opponent too much damage. Yeah, Monkey Dark, quite good. So they're just gonna kill my Shaman here, which is fine. I have a perfect response in hand with a counter catcher. But my discards are pretty hard here. So it looks like I opt to keep the Grimmsnarl and probably gonna discard everything else. Actually, instead of playing Secret Box, I choose to play the CC here. Because I noticed I pressed my other CC, so I didn't have that option available to me. Grabbing the Shaman here to protect my board. It seemed like I decided that they were winning the Monkey War, and if they attacked into my Grimmsnarl plus Morgrim, I would have too much damage here from my board. Like, I can't catch up with no Monkey Dark currently. So that's why I decided to get the Shaman back, because usually you don't want it on your board in this matchup. Generally, because you want to keep the damage so you can monkey it back towards your opponent. So they have a pretty weak turn, I believe. Just having a boss my Morgrim here. Which is smart. You don't want to attack into the active usually. It's giving a lot of monkey Dory damage. But they do it anyways. They put 60 on my Grimmsnarl. So I have a little extra damage to move around if I can get my own Monkey Dark. So I had to use the Spike Move first to potentially thin out this imp before deciding to play my secret box. I think I'm thinking about taking it slow again and using boss instead of secret box is also a really valid play, because they're not doing that much and killing Monkey Dark is literally the best thing you can do in this matchup. Like I said, don't want to give him monkey damage to play with. I put the 30 on the Grimmsnarl there. Might have been a misplay, but it's only possible for them to get one Monkey Dark up, so it's not that threatening to me that they have a little bit of damage. They can't do that much with it, and it might help me build up towards like a Devo play later. So yeah, I'm just taking it very slow, reading my opponent's hand that they're also like kind of not doing much, so just getting the Monkey Dark kills when I can, or getting rid of their Monkey Darks, I mean. Instead of playing the secret box. Because I know I always have it, and I don't need anything except for a Monkey Dark, I guess, but eliminating theirs is pretty good as well. I get the Rod to bring back some Monkey Darks. Oh, and they venture Tatsu because their hand is dead and they don't want to hit into my Grimmsnarl. Which seems a little suspect. But they figured that if they attack into me, they don't have a follow-up. So they evolved into their second Grimmsnarl, which makes the Devo like a little better, because I can take out both of them at the same time. If I just build enough damage, it's gonna rip the secret box this turn. Try to find an energy. I'll just guarantee it with an energy search. Just Tifa is my last tool, so I'm probably just gonna leave it in the deck to use for later. Probably just rip the research, yeah. Don't care about discarding the Spike Move, don't want to give them Artisan. Yep, so my plan is just to build damage on one Grimmsnarl So if they bring it up, I can potentially KO it, and they go up with a clean one, which is also good for me. Because I can hit into it and Devo. They're playing double Devo, which is super interesting as well. Go for the CC, kill my Monkey Dark. Correct thing to do in this matchup for sure. But because they don't have a Monkey Dark down, I'm pretty confident in just hitting into their Grimmsnarl now. Especially when I have a Devo in hand. Makes it a lot better because I can just sit here. And take it easy, take it slow. It's definitely what you want to do in this matchup. I have a line where I can just hit both of them. I go for the rod to develop a Morgrim in case something bad happens. Put back a Monkey Dark as well. Yep, I'm just gonna take it easy. Build up some damage to both Grimmsnarls. Over damage the other Grimmsnarl so that they can't heal it off with like an E-switch play or something. Yeah. As long as you like take it easy in this matchup and boss Monkey Dories when you can, because if your opponent has like multiple Monkey Dory out, hitting the active Grimmsnarl is just impossible. I can only do this because they didn't develop their own monkeys. And they started breaking as well. And there you go. Alright, so here's my Grimmsnarl list again. I hope you found this matches a little interesting. My biggest tip for you playing Grimmsnarl is to take the game very slow and try to plan your turns ahead accordingly. You'll find that it's a very rewarding deck when played properly. Good luck to you all in your locals for this month. It's a great deck to take for your next challenge or cup, and hopefully you get a head start on your goals this season. Bye bye.